If you own any kind of property in the Philippines, you're going to want to pay close attention. A new law just passed that is about to fundamentally change how your property taxes are calculated, and you absolutely need to know what's coming.
So let's just cut right to the chase. What would you do if you opened your mail and your annual tax bill for your lot, just the lot, spiked from around 4,000 pesos to 180,000 pesos? This isn't a typo. It's a real projection for a single property under this new law.
I mean, just look at this. On the left, you've got the current tax. On the right, the potential new tax based on today's market value. The gap is just, wow. It's a huge wake-up call.
To be precise, that's more than a 42 times increase. It really shows you how disconnected the old valuations have become from reality. Now, before you start hyperventilating, the law does have some safeguards built in to soften that initial shot, and we'll definitely get to those. But first, let's understand what's actually causing this massive shift.
So yeah, a 42x tax hike? How is that even on the table? Well, in this first part, we're going to unpack the law that's behind all of this. It's called RPVARA.
Right, so this isn't some academic exercise. This is the real deal potential impact of Republic Act 12,001, or as everyone's calling it, RVRA. Now, to be clear, not every single property is going to see a jump this dramatic. But the key takeaway is that the entire system for valuing every property in the country is getting a complete reboot.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What exactly is this RPVARA law, and why did the government feel the need to press the reset button on the whole system?
You know, at its heart, RPVRA is all about one word: consistency. The whole point is to create one single, fair, and transparent way to value property across the entire country. And the guiding star for all of it? Real market value. It's about throwing out the old, inconsistent, and often ridiculously outdated valuations that have been the norm for decades.
And this really lays out the government's game plan. The big ideas are peg everything to actual market prices, make the whole process open so you can see how they got the numbers, and, this is a big one, try to take local politics out of the valuation equation. They're also finally building a central database and pushing local governments to go digital.
Okay, so that's the what and the why. But what about the how? How is your property's new value actually going to be decided? Let's walk through the new approval process. It all starts at home with your local assessor. They're the ones who propose the new Schedule of Market Values, or SMV. But, and this is the new part, they can't just decide on their own anymore. The proposal has to go up the chain to the national level for review and then get certified by the Secretary of Finance. It's a system of checks and balances that's meant to keep things fair and standardized. And this is super important, so listen up. Just because the law was signed doesn't mean your taxes go up tomorrow. Absolutely nothing changes for you until your specific LGU completes that entire approval process we just talked about and officially publishes its new SMV. So you've got some time to get ready.
Now, while you're preparing for those new valuations, the law also hands you an immediate opportunity to wipe the slate clean on any past due taxes. And that brings us to the tax amnesty program.
The window is open right now, but it won't be forever. You have exactly 2 years, from July 5th, 2024 until July 5th, 2026, to settle any outstanding property tax debts without getting hit by penalties. The clock is ticking on this one.
So what does it cover? Basically, all the painful extras. Penalties, surcharges, and interest are all waived. You just have to pay the basic tax you owed. But it's really important to know what it doesn't cover. If your property was already sold at an auction or is tied up in a court case, this amnesty won't apply.
Okay, that's a lot of information. We talked about the law, the new process, and the amnesty. So what should you, as a property owner, actually do right now? This last section is your practical playbook.
Here's your homework. 4 simple but absolutely critical steps. 1. Get your papers in order. Your title, your latest tax declaration. 2, and this is so important, read that tax declaration carefully. Are the lot size, the classification, the use all correct? A mistake there could cost you a fortune. 3. Keep your tax receipts handy. And 4. Keep an eye on your LGU. Watch for their announcements about the new SMBs in public hearings.
Oh, and remember that safeguard I mentioned earlier? Here it is. The law has a really crucial buffer to prevent that massive sticker shock. For the very first year that the new valuation takes effect in your area, your tax increase is capped. It cannot go up by more than 6% of what you paid on your previous bill. It's a soft landing designed to help everyone adjust.
Your local government has to hold public hearings before they can implement these new values. And if you decide to go to one, which you probably should, what do you even ask to make sure your voice is heard?
Don't just show up and listen. Go in armed with these questions. Ask them, where did you get your market data? What specific valuation method did you use? How did you pick the comparable properties that set the value for my neighborhood? And most importantly, if I think my new valuation is wrong, what is the exact process for me to appeal it?
So if we boil this all down to one main point, it's this. The RPVARA law is shifting the entire country to a single market-based standard for property values. The goal is to make things fairer and more transparent for everybody. But, and it's a big but, that shift means you, the property owner, have to be informed, you have to be organized, and you have to be ready to participate.
Think about it. The official value of your property is about to be completely reset based on today's market. We've walked through the playbook, we've laid out the steps. The only question left is, are you ready?